So there's a growing debate on whether or not Islam is going to take over the West. However, as Christians and Americans, we cannot let this happen. But it's my religion. Respect my religion. You mean the religion whose main prophet dated a 6-year-old and married her when she was 9? You mean the religion that promotes beheading Christians and Jews? Do you mean the religion that calls itself a religion of peace but is far from it? See, Islam is not compatible with the West. And as Americans and Christians, we should know this and we should stop letting it happen. If Islam takes over the West, then Christianity will be no more in America. It'll be illegal to practice Christianity, and anyone who does practice it will be beheaded. So as Christians, we should stop tolerating this, and we should stop Islam coming to the West. It's actually pretty simple. Oh, but don't you guys worship the same God? Absolutely not. Muslims worship a false God, yet they claim to worship the God of the Old Testament. They claim to worship the God of Abraham. However, they deny the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. They only accept that God is one person and one God. God is one God, however, God is 3 persons, one God. The Trinity is pretty simple. I'll make a video on that soon. They deny the deity of Christ and call him just a prophet. And if you deny one part of the Trinity, you deny all of the Trinity. Take a look at John 14:6. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you had known me, you would have known my Father also. From now on, you do know him and have seen him. That is an obvious deity claim. He just said he is the way, he is the truth, he is the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus Christ. It's pretty simple. Then he goes on to say that if you know him, you know the Father also, which is one of the most explicit deity claims I've ever seen. That's just the Gospel of John. He only claims to be God in the Gospel of John because clearly John was trying to get across a point that the other Gospels weren't. I'll put on screen verses in Matthew, Mark, and Luke where Jesus claims to be God. If Islam takes over the West, the Epstein files wouldn't exist. It would be a social norm. In Islam, it's okay to have multiple wives. In Islam, it's okay to beat your wives. In Islam, the woman has almost no say over anything. It's just the man doing everything. In Islam, it's okay to marry a 9-year-old. Well, it never says it's okay to marry. Your prophet did it. And it was permitted by Allah, right? If your prophet can do it, why can't you? That's disgusting. Then there's the whole Islamic dilemma, which disproves Islam. Let me go through it really quickly. So the Quran says Jesus is just a prophet, not God. It makes that very, very, very clear, right? Then it says that the Gospels were given by Allah. And if the Gospels were given by Allah, then that can't work. Because the thing is, in the Gospels, Jesus says he's God. But then in the Quran, it says Jesus is not God. So there's a clear contradiction here. It's not like a tiny mishap either. It's about whether God is triune and whether Jesus Christ is a living God or not. So, if that verse is true and Allah truly gave the Gospels, then Islam is false because that doesn't work. If they're the same scriptures, they contradict each other and they do not work together. But if that verse is false, then Islam is false because Allah lied and Allah can't lie, right? Oh, well, it got corrupt. Well, actually, your Quran says that scriptures cannot be corrupt. And if the Gospels are the scriptures, then how come they became corrupt? Islam simply cannot be true. But if Islam comes over to the West and takes it over, all of our rights are gone. All of our freedom, all of our peace, Christianity in the West, it's gone. We simply cannot allow Islam to take over the West. It's very, very simple. You see, as Christians, we need to stop tolerating other leaders who are Islamic to come over and to take advantage of our country and to come over and start taking over our country. I'm not saying deport all Muslims. I'm saying we simply cannot allow Islam to take over the West. It is very, very simple. However, if Islam does take over the West, as Christians, we should be ready to die for Christ and to give our lives. Don't be afraid of giving your life up for Christ, for that is exactly what the apostles did. And they were not afraid because they knew that Jesus Christ is God, he is King, and that he will come back one day. So as Christians, we should have that same hope because we worship the living God, the God of Abraham. Muslims can claim they do. Muslims can take over the West. Muslims can take our lives. But we do not fear them. We fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. That's all I got for today. If you guys want me to go a little more in detail next time, I could do that. But for now, I'm just going to end the video here. God bless you all. Subscribe if you haven't already. It helps out the channel a whole lot. Join the Discord server as the first link on my bio. I'll see you all in the next one. God bless.